Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning, like 8 o'clock, and I am super fucking sweaty. Holy shit. I just did like a 5-mile run with a friend of mine out here in this gorgeous wooded area. The park kind of half an hour from my house or so. But Sunday, 2 days ago, I went windsurfing with Siba and this actually the same friend. And the people who windsurf or taught us windsurfing, they're just the nicest people on the planet, and they're really into this, just like they play for a living, you know. They windsurf, they hike, they run, they bike, they do everything. They're like basically my life idols, but they're the nicest people in the world. And her daughter, who's 16, wrote a book called Primal Reconnection, and I started to read the book, and she talked about the necessity of recreation and how, you know, recreation is recreation in nature is like a missing part of our life. And I love language, so I was looking at the word recreation, and I think in the book she actually broke it down, like the definition of it, and it's actually recreation. And I started thinking about, like, each time I feel this like intuitive craving, this need, this desire to get out and play and go out in nature and run around and windsurf and adventure, I always like shoo it away because it's not something that will, like, you know, move me further, or it's not productive or something like that. And I started thinking about the word recreation, recreation, and it's like every time I get out and play, every time I engage in recreation, recreation, I feel like a part of myself is recreated. And if you think about kids, they play in recreation all day, every day. They just keep recreating themselves over and over and over again. One day they're Superman, 5 minutes later they're making soup, you know, then they're spying on their neighbors. When I was a kid, this is gonna sound totally fucked up, but when I was a kid, my friend and I used to I can't believe I'm telling you this, pick up roadkill with sticks, and then we'd go bury it in a plastic bag. And then, like, months later, or like weeks later, I don't know, felt forever, we'd play archaeology and we'd dig up the bones. Like, this sounds totally weird, but it's actually cool. Like, you know, and we just recreated ourselves over and over and over again. But as adults, as entrepreneurs, as creators, as mothers, and we hang on to this identity, and then we never recreate ourselves. In fact, we get so attached to this identity that when an opportunity comes up to go for a hike, we say, I'm not a hiker, or I'm not adventurous, or I'm not like that kind of person. And so not only do we not take the time out of our day to recreate and rejuvenate and follow that craving that's telling you, like, get out in nature, go explore, open your heart, open your mind, we attach ourselves to this personality, to this identity, and then we just stick ourselves in that box. And so I want to offer a definition to personality for you that I don't know, I think I made it up, but I'm not sure, so don't take my word for it. Your personality is a compromise between who you truly are and who you think you should be for your life. It's a compromise. Like, it's not a nice way to live. And so when you feel these cravings, when you feel these like intuitive like desires that you just can't shake but you keep ignoring, follow them. Because when you feel into that, when you feel like, oh, I'd love to go for a hike in nature, and you feel yourself expand, that's a preview. The feeling you get in your body is a preview for what you're going to experience when you do the thing. And so when I, Monday afternoon, I'm like, I need to go for a hike, I need to go for a run, I want to go play, I want to go windsurfing, and I feel my heart expand, that's what I'm going to feel when I'm out there. And if I think like, oh, I need to go run 8 miles through my neighborhood, and I feel myself contract, that's also a preview for what it's going to feel like. So if you're working your ass off and you're not getting anywhere, you're not creating what you want, or you're feeling super stressed out, this is really important, and you think that playing is a reward that you get to have once you're successful, you better cut that shit out right now, because it's not that way. You've got to start living how you want to live once you're already in the place you want to be, and you start to pull that future into the present. You start to feel good, and the more you feel good, the more you feel connected to yourself, the more of this inspired action and connection and intuitive work you're going to be able to put into practice. So if you're doing a million things like all day, you're super busy, take a pause, get out there and recreate yourself every day, in your business, in your coaching, in your world, in your relationship. Let yourself just keep recreating. Be Superman today, be Clark Kent tomorrow, be Wonder Woman the day after. We're going with a superhero theme. So but more importantly, just get out there and play. So I want you to, before you go do anything else after you watch this video, you just to write down, or just at least bring to mind, a couple things that you've been telling yourself you'll do later that you really want to do, that's playful and that's fun. Share it below. If you're stuck, reach out. If you feel like you just can't fit it in, come talk to me, because you're wrong. All right, guys, have a good week. Bye.